Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll discuss the order of operations in algebra. Now, to evaluate an expression correctly, we need to have an established order of operations. In an expression, we may come across multitude of operations, but we need to know which operation to perform first to arrive at correct result. So to evaluate an expression, we follow a particular order of operation. Number one is to perform all operations within grouping symbols. Perform operations within grouping symbols. The first thing that we need to observe in an expression is to see if they have any grouping symbols and perform that operation from innermost first and then going outward. Now, the grouping symbols are parenthesis, bracket, braces, and fractional bar. So whenever we see these symbols, we need to perform the operations first, and we have to work outward. That is the first thing that we need to observe in an expression. The second one is to perform all operations with exponents. So the first one is to perform operations involving grouping symbols, innermost first and then working outward. The second one is to perform operations with exponents. We know exponents could be 6 squared or x to the power 3. Treat all these exponents as 1 and perform the operation. The third one is to perform multiplication and division from left to right. multiplication and division from left to right. And the fourth one is to perform all the additions and subtractions from left to right. In this direction. So these are the four established orders of operations that we need to perform on an expression to evaluate the expression correctly. Now let us see a few examples and apply these operation order to evaluate the expressions. In this example, 7 plus 3 squared within parentheses minus 2 times 4. According to the order of operations, we need to perform the operation that involves the grouping symbol, which is the parenthesis in this case. So treating this parentheses as 1, we need to evaluate the parentheses first. So the next thing to do is to see if you have any operations or expressions within the parentheses. So and follow the same order that we do on the entire expression. So as we can see, we start with parentheses first. So within the parentheses we can see there is an exponent. So there is an exponent and also addition. So according to our order of operations, which is grouping symbols, which is parentheses and exponents next, division, and then multiplication, and then addition and subtraction from left to right, whichever comes first. If division comes first, perform the division first, and if multiplication comes first, perform the multiplication first, and then the same way with addition and subtraction. So the best way to remember this is to remember these as this is just to remember. Now let us see this example and find out the correct way of evaluating the expression. Considering the parentheses as single unit, we perform the operations. Within the parentheses we have addition and exponent, so we perform the exponent first, which is 7 plus 3 square is 9 minus 2 times 4. Now we are not done performing the operation of parentheses, so we need to evaluate this first and then move on. 7 plus 9 is 16 minus, and the next operation in the expression is to perform multiplication or division. We don't see any division here, so we see multiplication, whichever comes first. So perform the multiplication, which is 8. 2 times 4 is 8, and then perform the subtraction, which is 16 minus 8, which gives you 8. And that's the answer. In this example, 12 divided by 2 times 3 minus 4 squared. Let us perform the operations from left to right. We can see 12 divided by 2 comes first, so perform that operation, which gives you 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 3 minus 4 squared. Now the next step is to perform the operation, either multiplication or evaluating the expression, which is, we can do that simultaneously. 18 here minus 4 squared is 16. That gives you 2. In this example, we have many grouping symbols and additions, divisions and subtractions, additions and divisions. So take the grouping symbol first, which is this one, and evaluate that. And within this grouping symbol we have a parentheses and division. So start with the innermost first and do evaluation outward. Do the multiplication, which is 3 times 2 first. Okay, let us write this down. So the first thing to do is to perform the multiplication, which is 6